Listen, right now you're drowning in noise. Everyone telling you the market's fine, the bubble's nowhere near, just keep buying, keep holding. But deep down, you know that story doesn't add up. You're staring at numbers that don't make sense, valuations that are insane, and experts whispering reassurances that don't sit right. That gut-wrenching tension you feel? That anger bubbling up because something's off but nobody talks about it openly? That frustration isn't your imagination. The stock market's more fragile than the headlines let on, and pretending otherwise is killing your edge. Here's the brutal truth. Most so-called experts are either straight up blind or too caught up in the system to admit how close we really are to a meltdown. They cling to outdated playbooks, stuck on the idea that this run can last forever. Meanwhile, millions are running on hype and blind faith, making this bubble not just big, it's ready to explode. If you don't face that reality now, you're going to lose far more than just money. You're losing your chance to act while there's still time. So what do you do? First, stop trusting conventional wisdom. Forget what CNBC says. Forget what mainstream analysts post on Twitter. Dive into the data no one wants to highlight. Corporate debt surging, speculative frenzy in markets like tech and real estate, crazy price-to-earnings ratios that defy any reasonable logic. If the numbers look like a joke, treat the market like one. Stop chasing momentum or buzz. This is the moment to get serious about preservation, not gambling. Now, here's the game changer. Start thinking like a contrarian, but not a reckless one. Don't just short everything or panic sell like everyone else will when the crash hits. Plan with precision. Identify real value beyond the noise. Look for companies with actual revenue, cash flow, and the guts to survive chaos. Focus on sectors that nobody's touching because they seem boring or old school. Those are going to be your survival islands when the bubble bursts. Next, diversify beyond traditional stocks. Real assets like certain commodities, overlooked international markets, or niche industries tied to real demand, not hype, can protect you. Keep liquidity close. You want dry powder ready to deploy when opportunities swing wide open after the crash. The crowd panics, prices tank, and that's when you step in, not before. Timing is everything. And don't forget the power of your network. This is not just about money. It's about connection with people who think ahead. Founders, operators, investors who aren't buying the fairy tale. Align with those who see the risk clearly and are building real businesses and solid ventures, not just paper castles. Because when chaos hits, it's those connections that make the difference between total ruin and new growth. If you want to come out of this stronger, you have to drop the complacency. The market won't warn you. It doesn't have to. It's not aiming to be fair or honest. Survival belongs to those who prepare cold, calculated moves now. Cut the noise, double down on reality, and act with ruthless clarity. The bubble is closer than anyone admits, and ignoring it is the biggest risk you can take. So get sharp, get ruthless, and don't wait for the crash to be obvious. Move before the rest do, because this isn't just about riding the market. It's about owning the moment when everything falls apart and being the one who rebuilds from the wreckage. That's where real opportunity, real power, lives. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit the featured link to learn more.